Okay, so it's currently 7:20 and it's pitch black, as you can see. But what I've noticed over here is within 20 minutes it will go from this to light. But we've got 110. I've got 4 loops of 17 miles to do on the bike. So I've got a long bike ride, straight into a 5k run at race pace. But this video is more so about how I'm going about social occasions whilst training for an Ironman prep, and giving some tips on how I would manage both. Obviously, if you're not working for an Ironman, or working towards an Ironman, you can still apply this to any sort of fitness goal that you might be doing. So yeah, I'm going to go and do this bike ride run first. I'm anticipating leaving at around about 8 o'clock, getting back for about half one, which includes the run, and going from there. So I'm going to do that and just give some tips throughout, because we've got a busy weekend in Spain. We are out at a pool party tomorrow, out tomorrow night for something to eat. Sunday we have got a long run in the morning, a very long run in the morning, and then we're at a club again Sunday night. So I'm going to show how I go about balancing them all whilst on holiday, whilst travelling, whilst training for an Ironman. So yeah, make sure if you do enjoy the video to like it and subscribe, and we'll see you when I get back from this bike ride. That's the bike ride and run ticked off. I'm not going to bore you with it all because, well, the last video was a week in the life of training. But one thing you can see is the tan line is not doing us any favours from wearing what I wear for the cycle and the run. But it is what it is. Bit of Spanish road rage. But yeah, bike ride ticked off, run ticked off, all very well. All good. Like I say, the plan for this weekend, a little bit different. A little bit of, how should I put it, a bit more of a normal weekend for Marbella, for a 24-year-old in Marbella. We've got a pool party tomorrow. I've got a swim first thing in the morning, nice and early, arm session, then we've got a pool party, and then we're going out tomorrow night as well for something to eat and see what happens. So one tip I'd definitely give for those that are, working towards a fitness goal and have social occasions coming up is get your session done, or get any form of activity done nice and early in the day, so you don't have to worry about doing it. I've got a good hour and 15-ish minute swim tomorrow. If I don't get that done first thing, I'm really going to struggle getting it done. It's going to be in the back of my mind, and I would just say to anyone, whether it's a gym session, a cardio session, the majority of your steps, for example, get it done first thing in the morning, if you know that you're going to be out for the rest of the day. So that's the tip I'll be using tomorrow. So yeah, pool party, obviously no alcohol, which will be normal because I haven't drank for about 6 months now. So that's another topic. I'm going to talk about that one tomorrow. But for today, check-ins to be done a little bit later than usual, just because of the long duration of sessions. I'm not too sure what we're going to do tonight, but if we do anything interesting, we shall see. But on another note, just brought out a new program launch. All-rounded athlete program, winter arc edition. It's getting cold back home. I know I'm not looking forward to going back to it. It's going to be dark. It's very easy to get into a rut and lose your good habits that you've built with your training. So this program is designed and tailored around that to make sure that you're going against the normal, you're not slacking, you're not going to get yourself in a rut. You're actually going to use these next few months with no distraction, head down, getting on with it. Early morning runs, late night sessions, all of this, mindset training, nutrition, the whole shebang. So it's a 10-week coaching program. I'm going to put the link below to join the priority list, which does obviously get you the program slightly cheaper. We're going to start the program on the 8th of October. So yeah, make sure to click the link below. Like I say, I'm going to do my check-ins now and crack on with the rest of this afternoon. So we've made the strategic decision not to swim because that looked awful. I would have drowned. Luckily I've got a swimming pool which is 15 meters, so I'm going to have to go and do around about 180 lengths, I think. Not ideal, but there's something brewing in the air. I could feel it when I left this morning, but it's not too much. It's a little bit annoying, but the sea swims I'm feeling pretty comfortable with. I did 3,400 last week, which is only 400 shy of the Ironman, and I'm in no wetsuit, just in trunks, so it's not the end of the world. Just got to control what I can. Just got to change my watch to set the pool to 15 meters, but yeah, I could call back later, but like I said yesterday, I like to get the sessions done, especially when I have things planned. Obviously we're going out tonight, well today, to a pool party, so it is what it is. But for now, head back to the pool, 15 lengths, probably, it's 15 meters, so I'm probably going to have to do God knows how many lengths. I don't know why I brought sunglasses either, because there is no sun. So yeah, catch up with you then, plan the rest of the day, and talk a little bit more about how to balance social life and training towards your fitness goal.
I don't want to drink it with my fucking Jamaican jug. No, it's
I ain't brought my camera. Right, I've called it a day there. Been there for 2 hours, and to be fair, just hated every second of it. Obviously, I'm not drinking. I think maybe a little bit of tiredness from the swim and all the training, but I just did not enjoy it at all. So managed to do 2 hours for a drink. It's €15 for a zero. Just sat by the pool like a numpty. So I was like, right boys, I'm going. I'm gonna go back, have my chicken salad, edit my YouTube video, get all my content sorted and whatnot. Just get ahead of the game, to be fair. And that's what I get the most amount of enjoyment from. So I guess the message from this is, you know, don't feel as if you have to go out and you have to do things that people normally do. You know, everyone's different. Although the music they've now got on is pretty hard, but yeah, walking back, everyone's enjoyment is in something different. You know, most people my age would love to go to a pool party on a Saturday in Marbella. For me, it's my idea of hell. And I'd much rather be out running, swimming, in the gym, something along those lines. But there we are. Gonna head back. I know the purpose of the video is how to balance it, and this is no balance. I've just chopped it, got rid of it. So yeah, there we are. Don't think you have to do what everyone tells you to do. Find your own thing you enjoy. Walk back, catch some sun, go from there. So we are back from the pool party. Now, I know I went off on a little bit of a tangent talking about me just wanting to leave. It wasn't because of the temptation to drink. The temptation to drink was never there, because the end goal is for the Ironman. And that's one thing I'd definitely recommend to mention to people. You know, at the end of the day, is going out for a few hours of good fun, you know, drinking, dropping loose game, whatever else, is it worth potentially taking steps back in order to your goal? You know, whatever that might be. It might be an event that you're looking to do, get into shape, a holiday. Sometimes you've got to think about, is this going to help me move the needle forward? And more often than not, probably not. You know, don't get me wrong, here or there is fine. And I do have clients that will go on a night out if they're in like a fat loss phase or working towards something. But it's just about educating them around, okay, what this means, etc., from a performance aspect, recovery, and everything else. So that is one thing I'd definitely say, is understand and recognise, ask yourself, how important is the goal, and is a few hours of fun really worth it? Because for me, drinking today has just never crossed my mind. Never crossed my mind. I mean, would I like to? Of course. You know, a beach party, music's going off, but if I went out and started drinking, I'm literally, next week is my final week of training towards this Ironman. 3 weeks today, I'll be there in Barcelona getting ready for my Ironman the following day. So yeah, that is one thing I'd highly recommend. Have a goal that's meaningful, has purpose behind it, and ask yourself the question of, is this worth it? So that's where we're at, but it's currently 6 p.m. I'm going to have a little lie down, to be fair. I'm pretty tired after the swim and everything else, so I'm going to have a little lie down. We're going to go back out tonight, get some food, and take it from there really. But again, nothing hectic, because tomorrow I've got a 32-kilometre run, so yeah, we'll go from there, but I'll pick the camera back up tomorrow. It's now Sunday morning, the day after yesterday's activities, pool party, which I went and came back from. We then went out last night for some food, some pasta, really nice along the front. Then went and went to a few different bars. Now, one thing over here, for a bottle of water, it was €10. I almost choked. €10 for a bottle of water. So yeah, I stayed out until around. I got back at 1:30. The lads stayed out. We went to another place, but it was €20 entry, and I thought, this is where I'll swerve, because I knew that this morning I had a long run, which I have just done, 32 kilometers. Again, this video wasn't really it wasn't around the training, but it was a 32k run. Got one more week of peak training where everything is high in terms of intensity, volume, everything, and then we taper down. So I'm going to wrap the video up there. I was meant to be going to another party event this afternoon, but I don't want to go. I touched upon it yesterday. This one isn't. It's a drive. I couldn't walk home if I'd had enough. I'm paying entry. I'm buying 0% beers. I don't really want to drink. I'm pretty tired, and I just don't want to go. So the lads are going to go. I'm going to go to the sports bar across the road next to a cafe called Gym Junkie, which does all your meals that are good for people that go to the gym, and watch the Tottenham Arsenal game. I'm so much more happier sit and watch the football with chicken wrap, some sweet potato fries, and a cold drink. Like, happy days, as opposed to being in a nightclub, fucking two-stepping, doing whatever. So that's where we are. But the video wrapping up, how to balance them. Obviously, I've shown no real balance. I have, because I have been to these events and I have done them, and I'm slightly different to most people. This Ironman for a lot is everything to me, which sort of rolls onto the point of balancing social and your fitness. It comes down to how important is the goal. How much do you really want to achieve that? For me, it is everything I'm doing. It's everything. It is my personality trait. So I'm not going to let anything affect that. So one thing to ask is what I'm about to go and do, going out, drinking, eating, or whatever, going to allow you to get to the goal? Yes or no? Another thing you can do, obviously, if you are going out on social occasions, try and limit alcohol intake. Keep alcohol. If you are wanting to drink, then I'll be having I'd be having like sugar-free mixers with spirits. It's going to allow you to drink a lot more of them. And I'll definitely make sure at the end of the night, get a load of water and some electrolytes down you. Wake up, hydrate, get outside, get a bit of fresh air, get a bit of movement, and you'll be feeling unbelievable. So that is what I would be doing with that. Obviously, with meals and everything, banking your calories. Again, for me at the moment, calories I need to be eating more. However, if you are in a dieting phase, and you're thinking, how can I go out, still be in a dieting phase, etc., bank your calories. Okay, if you're going out Saturday night for a 3-course meal, just on that day, keep expenditure nice and high. Save a lot of your calories for the evening meal. So push back meal number 1. Keep it protein, fat, plenty of water. Use caffeine as a tool to help suppress appetite. And in the evening time, give yourself 1,000 to 1,200 calories, depending on how many you have, to enjoy the meal, have a bit of normality, and go from there. So there are a few tips. That is how I'd go about social events and how to balance it with training. But for me, there is no balance. I'm all in on this for the Ironman. So there is no, I'll have a few drinks and that'll be it. No, I'd just rather not. And I guess if you're someone that knows that you maybe struggle with saying no to things, just don't put yourself in that environment. Don't put yourself in that situation. I know that I can go to a pool party, to a nightclub, to whatever, not drink, not be influenced, because I'm my own person and I'm strong-minded. Whereas I know some people would rather just not be in that environment, which is perfectly fine, and I take my hat off to you for being able to be aware of that. So yeah, that's where we are. But today, rest this afternoon, like I say, I'm going to watch the football, chill out, plan the week. So Sunday, plan out next week. Got a full day tomorrow of shooting content out here in Marbella, which will be really, really good, exciting. So yeah, I'm going to wrap the video up here. Like I said before, if you liked the video, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. The next one will be going over a taper, and then the next video after that will be the Ironman itself, our race week. So catch you on the next one.